Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, the Flats, Bobby Dodd Stadium, home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Ramblin' Wreck, hoping to rev up that engine. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Yellow Jackets will boot it away to start the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Virginia Cavaliers offense will get the first possession of the game. When your quarterback takes the field, you want him to look just like this guy, exuding confidence.
Yeah, the it factor. He's the man. Nobody questions it. Everybody on this team knows they've got his back, and he's the leader.
Everybody in this stadium also knows the offense goes as this guy goes. He has got to play well today.
Offense getting set for first down. Running back searching for a hole. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of that.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Gets it out quickly. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And that's why, through the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Got it! And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I need to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Virginia sent... Back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Touch pass on the run. And he breaks into the open. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because He's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Across the 10. Hit the afterburners, kid. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. And these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
And that quarterback knew the counter run was going to work on that play because he counted the box defensively before the snap. He saw that he had an advantage in numbers and blockers getting a hat on a hat, so he knew that was a green light. As soon as he got the snap, off they go, and it's an explosive play.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cavaliers!
Nice job on 3rd and goal. You know what's coming. I know what's coming. The physicality, the offensive line doing a great job, and the fullback gets the handoff right up the gut, takes it downhill, uses his power, and falls into the end zone for the touchdown.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner goes down. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Got it in the middle, it's Cutler. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing in this one.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the 1st, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the 1st down.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the 1st quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your...
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. He's right on target. They make the stop, and that'll bring the 1st quarter to a close. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the 1st period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one. Looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. And the Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
He'll try the left side. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Breaks the tackle.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick completion to the right. Stopped after making the catch. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wide out in motion. They want to throw it. They're trying to get to him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle, short of the stick, setting up 4th down.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
Timeout, Virginia.
The Cavaliers will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this 1st punt to pin him deep.
Agent George D. Burnell.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. I can't think of anything that frustrates an offensive coordinator more than holding the ball a long time and having no points to show for it, David.
And Reese, first downs, yards, that's not even what they look at anymore. Yards don't really matter. You got to execute those critical areas on the field and get points on the board.
Yeah, it was mental errors on that last drive, too, that led to negative plays. They got to get those things erased and pull it back together here on this drive. Go put some points up on the board.
And the short completion brings up second down. He's looking to throw. Got him downfield. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He's going to pass. Got it set up on the outside. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. Wants to fire on second down. He's got it. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. He's got his man. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Quick strike complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's why it's so important to get it to your guys quickly. It's just a simple hitch route. But because the quarterback didn't hesitate, he put it on him right away. He had space to work after he made the catch. Was able to make a defender miss and set up a nice play for the offense.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on second down. Caught. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Looking to throw on third. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Atlanta. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that said, let's send it back to the 5th oldest venue in college football, Bobby Dodd Stadium.
On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Fires the pass, intercepted.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Cavaliers will snap it on 1st and 10. This quarterback part of their running game. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Running back goes in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd down, going up top. He looks that one in nicely. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Touchdown, Virginia! And that one will give them the lead.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by 9 over James Madison. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful in making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the run in the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
It's complete to the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He wants to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Ball in the air, intercepted. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
And when it's third and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to move it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. And that pass picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed in. You got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting in it in tight windows is tough to do, and he failed on that play right there.
On first down, here comes this offense. Complete to start this drive. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to find his man on first down. Makes the catch down the right side. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Virginia has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Steps away. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll line up for a second down play. Hauls it in. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down.
3:25.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership, come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
The Cavaliers come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick pass on the fly motion. It's a fumble. Oh, and he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the first down.
And what a great job by the...
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Cavaliers are rolling down the field. The give to the fullback. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now, and they know they're going to continue trying to run the ball to ice it.
Just destroying his way through the field. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And now on first down after converting with the run. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Tripped up for the tackle.
Give it to the guy with no neck, 2 chin straps, oversized shoulder pads, the big burly fullbacks. Those guys are awesome. They're kind of a dying breed in college football, but you love seeing them get the pigskin, fall forward, and hit anybody in their way.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. They'll immediately call timeout. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's not afraid to go deep. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. BYU is just steamrolling its way to victory today. No way the experts saw this coming. A lead that just keeps growing and growing. They're up 14 over Northern Illinois. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
A delay of game penalty like that just riles up the defense even more. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger. The last thing you want to do here is give up a big return, pin them back, and then the defense can just stop them from scoring a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Boone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Right down the middle. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose it.
Unloads it downfield. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
He takes the knee, and the undefeated season continues. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job on this team being ready, getting the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying...